Uh, okay guys, this is my first ever video with Sinta. So I just want to introduce for the first time. So I'm Cici, I'm Indonesia but I'm living in Serbia.
I'm Sinta. I'm living also in Serbia, of course.
Yeah. So this video actually I just want to make because a lot of people out there may be asking about how is our life, how is it living to
in Serbia,
as
yeah.
Asian or as Indonesia.
Well, especially well, we are not living in the main city. We're not living in the central. We are living in Novi Sad now, and
it's not a big. It's a big city.
It's
but
the second biggest.
Second
it's the
biggest,
second biggest
yes.
city in Serbia. First is Belgrade. The second is Novi Sad, and well, in here, like I like it a lot, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm from Jakarta, and you know, in Jakarta is a really big city. It's I mean, like it's everything is very
Yeah, you get used to it in
fast,
Jakarta.
yeah,
Yes.
and traffic and many things, you know, and I'm really fed up with it, you
Yeah.
know, especially and now in here it's more slowly. You have a path.
It's not really crowded on the street.
Yeah, not really crowded. It's everything. It's you can go by walk, you know, no need
Yeah.
to car. Or
Yeah,
something. Even
like-
a little bit
Yeah.
further, it's you just need a bicycle.
For us, luckily we are living in the
City
location
center.
who is everything we can
reach
Reach it by walk. Yeah.
or bicycle at
And-
least, you know. And it's not like in Novi Sad. It's not like in Belgrade, you know. Like Belgrade is more
complex. No,
it's
it's
more
like-
busy and more,
yeah.
you know, like the road.
Novi-
It's like
like a lot of
going
hills.
up
I don't
and
know how to
down,
call in
up and
English,
down.
but in Novi Sad it's like a flat area, you know. So I like it. It's nice here, but I just want to asking you, Sinta. So, do you have like a culture shock when you just first time come to Serbia?
Oh,
Specific-
well,
in Novi Sad?
well, honestly, not really.
Not really?
Because- well, because they said, oh, you're from Asia, and then like it must be very cold in here. Well, first time I came here, it was January, so it's cold like this, you know, like
Yeah.
it's cold, and you know, like people in here like asking me like, how is it you're from Asia? How come you? I mean, like how you
How you
handle
adapt-
the
yeah,
cold
how you
and
adapt
that,
the weather here because in
Yes.
Indonesia we are used to like 27.
25 degrees,
Yeah.
but the humidity is like 80.
Yeah,
so
but
it's hot.
what I cannot stand as well because here in summer it's not like typical summer in Indonesia. So here will be very high. So it's for me as well. I cannot stand the hotness here.
Yeah,
It's not like in
it's like
Indonesia.
39, 40.
Yeah, 40. So can you imagine that kind of temperature if you are Indonesian? I have a bunch of culture shock actually in Serbia when I just come here because in Indonesia we are not especially me in the village, we are not used to kiss each other when we are meet. We are usually just like shaking hands, you know. It's for me it's very hard to socialize in the beginning, maybe because the language maybe as well. I don't speak because when I just come here Novi Sad I didn't know any of words of Serbian.
Of course, like like all the people like that. But you know, well, for me, I'm not really, you know,
Yeah.
like because I'm busying myself.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you adapt that very fast.
Yeah, because I travel a lot and I'm moving a lot and everything, and also, I mean, like. But most of the people in Serbia it's like
yeah,
Indonesian,
it's
you know,
friendly. Believe me,
It's-
Serbian people are very friendly
and they have a culture actually,
Yes,
you know, same
culture.
almost
The-
like
yes.
Indonesian, basically.
And then and how do you think about Serbian joke? Because until now I really didn't get. Every time my husband or my husband's friends give me a joke and I couldn't laugh it because I didn't get a joke.
Yeah, for me, like they're honestly, their jokes are a little bit insulting.
Yeah. For us, their joke is like sometimes I was just feeling like
And for here, it's normal.
Yeah.
For me, like sometimes when they have a joke and then like, oh, especially my husband, you know, of course, like not everyone, but when he has some jokes that I feel like
Yeah.
it's insulting, I will just like, oh, please don't do that. place.
Yeah. So, and then the next one, see, in Serbia, they have a lot of cafe.
Yeah.
We're talking about that, and everywhere is like a cafe for drinking coffee. And I think so this is kind of culture of Serbian. They like to go to the cafe in the morning and drinking and relax. But I'm wondering, are they not working? Because in Indonesia, usually in the morning we are all busy, and the restaurant or the cafe maybe not really a lot of people visiting like in Serbia, because everywhere, every time I go to the cafe, it's always full with the people.
Beginning, I also like thinking about that.
Yeah.
But turns out, you know, like mostly they are working at home.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
they are working in American company, but in online.
Yeah, which is
Yes.
allow them to working
well
late.
because they are
Let's say.
working late.
Yeah.
They have many like big. I mean, like they went to Germany or something to work,
And then they
and then
come
they came
here
and
just
then
like holiday.
yes,
Yeah.
and then after that working again, you know, or leave the wife or children and
Yeah. Do you have any things that you really like compared to Indonesia, which is like Indonesia you don't have it, but here in Netherlands you have it?
Well, honestly, I like, of course, I can go anywhere by walk. You know, I always love
Yeah.
walk, and everything is easy access. The school is
Yeah.
is free and
Yeah, guys, I just want to tell you, if you are Indonesian watching this video, so I want to let you know that in Serbia, you can put your kids in the kindergarten from 7 to 5.
Well, even in the private one, you know, like my kids now, they are going to school in the
private,
private
yeah.
one, and then the half of the
Price of
the school,
They
the government
cover.
pay, yeah, they
Yeah.
cover. So well, anyway, I need to
50%.
50%.
Yeah,
I
the
need-
government still.
First, I need to pay to the school the full amount, and then after that, the end of the month, I will take it from the post office.
The government,
Okay.
yeah. So the government support the private school here 50%, not like in Indonesia.
Yeah, well, it's only kindergarten.
Yeah, only
because the kindergarten here not so many,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and then like for the school for sure, like,
Free.
it's free.
Just the struggle here, because there is a rule for kindergarten. If your parent is not working, like both of them is not working, so you're not like prioritized. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you cannot put your kids in the kindergarten if you're not working. You and your husband or your wife is not working. So just that struggle for me in the beginning. And what else? Yeah, the health insurance.
Yeah, health insurance, like it's a free, of course. Like, but it's of course it's the same everywhere. It's
Yeah.
hard, you know, like you need to wait
Yeah,
for
like-
appointment and everything.
Yeah,
If you go into private, it's not expensive.
It's
you
not
know,
really expensive
It's,
here.
it's the same like Jakarta.
if you compare in Jakarta.
yeah, Jakarta is even
Yeah.
more expensive.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's in Indonesia, they have like kind of free insurance, or
Well, not everyone.
Not everyone, yeah.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
but in Serbia, every citizen, or not even citizen, if you marry with Serbia,
Serbian, yeah.
or you are
supported by or working.
here, like you have a temporary resident, permanent resident, you have.
company.
Yeah, and even if you're foreigner, I just talking with my friends from Russia. They're both not citizen, but they have a health insurance for government because they have the temporary resident here.
Well, even like the Russian, like they I mean, like they have a company in here, and their kids can go to the government.
Yeah, that
school.
also actually surprised me how the Serbian is very nice to the foreigner. Really nice, actually.
Yeah.
That's really nice of
I have a
Serbian.
neighbor here who.
Yeah, that's helping a lot. But yeah, the end of the day, sometimes we are missing Indonesia, of course, because
Oh, the food now I'm
here,
making.
yeah, because Sinta, now I'm coming to Sinta to visit Sinta because she's such a good chef. She's really like to cook, and the food is perfect for me. And thank you, Sinta, because you're gonna make lunch for me today. And yeah, because here, if you're Indonesian, come to Serbia, you have to understand that in Serbia there is no Indonesian restaurant.
Product, yeah, or product.
And spices. Maybe there is some little spices which is close to Indonesian spices.
Well, it's mostly Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand, most like China spices. But because if you're expecting that you're gonna go to order food like GoFood here, don't expect that. There is no food to order Indonesian food here, so you have to make by yourself.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice before we close this conversation? I just want to asking you, do you have any advice for Indonesian who is wanted to come to Serbia to work or to living here or to marry Serbian. I don't know what's the reason, but do you have any advice for them before they come to Serbia?
Well, if you love Indonesian food, you must bring a lot of spices.
Spices, yeah.
And you don't need to buy like a jacket if you are coming in the January or winter time. No need to bring jacket. Just you use your jacket and then ask your fans or something to buy it in here because of course it's more cheaper in
Cheaper
here.
here, yeah, because
So you need to bring euro. Well, we have our
Exchanging?
Yeah, well, we have our own money. You know, it's a
Yeah,
dinar,
Serbian dinar.
Serbian dinar, and then you just need to bring euro or dollar, and you can,
or if you have an ATM card, it's also working. So the video for today is just enough for today. Quite what we are talking about, and
if you had any
yeah, if you have any
question
advice or any idea what we're gonna talk,
or question,
if you want to know some specific things, just comment our video. We're gonna talk about that in the next video. So bye bye for today.